I'm laughing too hard. I'm laughing too hard. Ooh, girl, I'm just coming to the realization I may be crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm not crazy. Is she crazy? Let me tell you, my first YouTube video, oh my gosh, I'm still embarrassed. It will probably, this is the person I have in front of me. Like, God was like, no. Like, I've been married before, and not just married for a couple of years, a month. I was married for 12 long years. Wait, car, it was like all these leaves fell on my car. It was just like, I was like, yo, I must look crazy out in these streets, all these leaves on my car. And I just started laughing. The guy was like, she pretty and she laughing? Oh my God. Like, he was like, he almost broke his neck. It was 13 years, because on the 12th years, I saw 12 years a slave, and I said, wait a minute, hold on. Somebody was like, you had to watch a movie to know? It was so funny. The last person was like, oh, you have, I'm just like, your taste in men is questionable. And it was like, that is so funny, because you're actually another one that's questionable. Welcome to Ruth and Relationships. This is Ruth Marquis. You already know what's coming. And today we are going to talk about why you can't find love. Okay. First of all, ladies, we should not be looking for love. I'm gonna let that sink in. Well, if you're watching this on a replay, put replay. We should not be looking for love, because we should be becoming the person. We should be becoming the person that we need to be to attract the right person. Law of attraction, right? You attract who you are. So what I love about these videos over the years is, like, if you are attracted to like the flashy realtor and all of that stuff like that, I don't consider myself a flashy realtor. But if you want to be educated in the home buying process, then I was your realtor, because I put out information so people can be educated. And so I came from that perspective of value and contribution and all of that good stuff. So that has helped me over the years. So I get serious people that want to buy, serious people that want to sell, people that believe in my information and believe in me and trust me, because over the years I have delivered time and time again. If you have been watching over the years, if you didn't, sometimes people get to know me and then they get to go catch up on some of the stuff that I've done. And then sometimes they just go off of, hey, 3 of my friends said, you know, that Ruth is a great realtor. I had excellent service, a good time, all that good stuff. When you become, So first of all, let me tell you, my first YouTube video, oh my gosh, I'm still embarrassed. It will pop up. I had this little blonde wig or blonde hair, and I really didn't even do my hair that day. I really did, like, I needed a straightener that day. I was looking, I wouldn't say a mess. I look cute, but I was like, look, it could have been better, right? And I was like, ain't nobody gonna see this, and they told me that it's not real and all that stuff. So I went on the camera and I called myself a real estate expert. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know much. But after I started calling myself an expert and I put it out there, I started becoming the expert. I started learning more. I said, well, if I'm an expert, then I should learn more about this real estate thing. If I'm an expert, then I should walk like an expert. I should look like an expert. I should act like an expert. That's the same way with love. It's like, if you want to attract not just anybody, guys, if you're real with yourself, you had to say, you know what, I could get married. I could be in a relationship, but the fact is, I don't want just anybody. I don't want to settle. I don't want to just fall for anything and then be miserable for the rest of my life. So a lot of people are single because you're being honest, because they don't just want any old body. They want happiness, they want love, they all that. But you should have the happiness inside of you first. So when you're not overflowing with happiness, when you have sadness and depression and doubt and fear and worry and anxiety, like, everybody got that. They're not trying to get that from you. You're not supposed to provide that. You need to work on yourself so that you can be providing out of your cup of positivity, because the more positive you are, the more you want to be around that person. Who wants to be around a negative person? Nobody, right? So the reason why you can't find love is because you're not healed. The reason why you can't find love is because you're not healed. All right. So I'm gonna say, number one, I was in the middle of a live yesterday and the whole thing fell apart right when I said this one. So this must have been deep, right? I remember getting married, and I was like, well, this is the person I have in front of me. Like, God was like, no, like, in front of the church. God was like, twice, and then I still went, and I was like, oh, he'll change. Like, they told me everything, and it happened the way it was supposed to be, because I didn't want to believe that God had somebody for me. Like, I was like, this whole God's will thing, I don't know if I can work with it. I'm gonna just go with what I want right now, because I want to get married right now. I want to have a house. I want to have the kids. I had all that stuff, and I was like, this is not it. Because when this is the wrong person, this is what y'all have to realize. I've been married before, and not just married for a couple of years, a month. I was married for 12 long years. Wait, was it 12? 13 years. I was married for 13 years, because on the 12th year, I saw 12 years a slave, and I said, wait a minute, hold on. Somebody was like, you had to watch a movie to know the Jew was in a bad situation? I said, show. So I didn't believe I didn't believe, if you could be real with yourself, like, you don't want to admit these things, but I want y'all to be real with me. If I'm going to be real with y'all got to be real with me. I did not believe that God had what I wanted. So I was just like, bet, I'm just going to go with the safe route. I'm going to go with something I believe that is going to work out for me. It did not. It turned into something else. It got ugly for a little bit. And then it was like, you know what? I'm glad I'm out. You live, you learn, right? And I was a baby. I was like 19 years old. All right. So you don't believe that person, that guy. Maybe you're a man. You don't believe that person is out there, or you be like, oh, all women are this, and you're that person that says all men are that, and it's just like, no, like, you have to believe. I remember like thinking like, all men is this and all men is that, and then I started changing my mind. Like, my entire life I thought that way, and then I was like, all men are this, but then but except for these one couple, sprinkle of a good men, right? And then I had to switch my mindset. It's like, no, they're not like that. Like, not all of them are like that. I'm choosing wrong. Like, I can admit I was a bad picker. Anybody was a bad picker? Like, did you choose the wrong people? Like, if you on here, say hi. How y'all doing? Good morning this morning. Good morning. I was a bad picker. It was so funny. The last person was like, oh, I'm just like, your taste in men is questionable. And it was like, that is so funny, because you're actually another one that's questionable. Okay, it was hilarious when he said, like, people don't know when they talking out their mouth that the other person, hey Marquita, the other person has their own thought process, and you ain't part of that conversation. So you can talk all your stuff all you want to, but listen. So my first point, why you can't find love, basically you need healing. You can't find, number one, you don't believe it's out there. You don't have the faith to be like, that person's out there for me. That's my match. That's my twin. That's my soulmate. That's my friend. Like, we gonna live life together. We gonna do our thing. Like, but you need to be whole. You need to be healed. You cannot be a negative source. I can admit that because my life can be stressful, it can be hard on the wrong person to be a friend of mine or to be a companion of mine, because you have to be able to handle that level of stress. So when you talking all that, your job stuff, I'm talking about, but job stuff, we past that. Like, we talking about business stuff. We talking about clients. We talk about, like websites. We talk about stuff that like stresses you out. So it's just like, okay, you got to be able to calm down for yourself, and then also be with somebody that can handle the level of stress, can provide solutions, can provide, you know what I mean? So that's why And picking any old body just ain't it anymore. If you elevate your life, then you can require more. Oh, something happened when I went to the gym. Well, after I went to the gym, it was like, I'm sorry, where? It was like, at a certain age, like they always talking about, I'm gonna be real with the ladies today. They always talk about women's bodies all the time. Y'all guys out there, y'all like to get the dad bods and all of that stuff. I'm like, no, listen, fix that belly. I ain't got time, right? So imagine me, a woman, going to the gym and working out, and I could be at home. It doesn't matter. I could eat well. It doesn't matter. But I'm keeping up, and for myself and for my partner. So he don't got to be like, oh, I gotta look at that. I gotta be with that. You know what I mean? I want you to be proud of who you're with, right? Every guy wants a girl in their arm. That's the charm, I guess. That is good looking, right? Can I get an amen, right? Okay. So when y'all playing yourself like, well, y'all should just, I had your baby. So no, you playing yourself, because first of all, you don't feel good. And I was going to do a whole video about this, but you need to be healthy, and disease don't care if you look good in Spanx. Like, it's going to come for you. That gut health, if you don't check it, it's going to come for you. So you got to be very careful that you're not, being complacent, and you just got to work on it. So back to the story, like, I was just not accepting the nonsense anymore. Like, no, like it wasn't like it was like a requirement before. Like, you don't have to have like big muscles and big chest and all that. Like, you don't got to have all that, but you're not going to have no big old belly. And then I can't get you to go work out. Like, you're not at the gym. I didn't meet you at the gym, or, you know what I mean? Like, you can't make a man do what he don't want to do. So how can you be leading me and you don't get up, and I'm the one getting up, going every day, and you don't want to go? So for me, it's a no. It's a hard pass. I got to go. So there you go. You know what I mean? Like, but then they be the same ones, girl. They be the same ones. Like, I want a fine woman. Oh, her waist got to 36, 24, 36, whatever those numbers are. And they want all of that, but they don't want to do the work to get their body how we want it to be. So you already a hypocrite from the door. Pass. So you got to believe that God has something great for you. Oh, I was reading. Okay, so I was going to give y'all some resources, okay, for healing. The Man God Has for You by Stephen. I can't even ever say his name right. It's Stephen. I know Stevens. I know Stephen. So it's Stephen Lavoisier, right? Look him up on. Just put The Man God Has for You in Amazon. I got the audio. She said, "Relationships so hard." Yes, y'all can bring the questions. I'm gonna answer them right after this. No, and relationships are easy. I learned. This one girl was like, I was in the kickboxing class with her, and I was like, "You're really good at this." She was like, "Well, I did a year of Taibo, whatever." She's like, "That's the only thing my ex ever taught me." I was cracking up. I was like, "That's not the only thing, but that's funny." But yeah, one of my exes taught me that everything is easy, right? So everything's easy. So we're not gonna say relationships are hard. We have to become the people. I feel like if you didn't want a relationship, then you would stay. I feel like it's God's way of getting you to step it up. You get what I'm saying? Like, you would stay the way you are. Be real. Be real. If you didn't want to be with somebody else, you would stay the way you are. But being with somebody else makes you step your game up. You gotta being single, like people that's already in a relationship 10 years, they're not worried about their waistline. They're not worried about all that stuff. But the single people, they work hard, child. They try to look good every day. You know what I mean? So they gotta be aware. When you in a relationship, ladies, like, you got blinders on. You like, boy, if you don't get up out my face. But when you sing, you like, okay, I see y'all in here, right? So am I lying? Is it the truth? She said we need to raise the bar. Facts. Absolutely. So raise the bar on others and raise the bar on yourself. One thing I respect about men, they always have their standards. They always have what they want. They don't change from it. They don't budge from it. They might grow up and get more mature and flexible on it, but they know what they want. Women, we just like, whatever you are, however you are, I can fix you and mold you into the person I want you to be. No, you have to see somebody where they are. I got a caveat. It's always a caveat in my mind. See somebody where they are, and then accept them for where they are. And then that's it. But when you're dealing with somebody like me, I'm always changing, baby. Like, I'm always getting better. I'm always getting new. That's why they always gonna be mad. They're gonna be like, dang, you were even better than last time. Yes, right? Or she got over that thing, or she's growing. So some people are going to continuously grow into the person that God has called them to be. But other than that, the man, you can't make a man do anything. You can't make him do anything. You just got to roll with the ones, how they come, what they come with, and say, I can deal with this, or I can't deal with this. And don't lower your standards. Like, if you want to be treated a certain way, don't lower your standards. Just find somebody that will treat you in that way. Can I get an amen? Come on, y'all can keep them coming. So number 2, you don't believe you deserve to be loved properly. A lot of people, the reason why we had, like, if you see me coming with the anger for casual sex, it's because I know it's like, they try to talk me out of it, guys. They try to talk me. So it's like, don't be telling them women not to have sex. Don't be telling them that. You see how the programming, like the rap music, okay, not rap, all music is programmed to be like, girl, bust a wide open. Oh, okay, let's, like, when do we feel like it was so cute to be like twerking in public and like whatever you do in the privacy of your own home? Like, it's just like, it just keeps spreading. So you could do whatever you want to do, but you got to remember that people are always watching. That's what I learned too. People are watching you when you don't think nobody's watching you. They watching you, because they be like, girl, I see you change. I'm like, well, I wasn't cute before, or I lost the weight. You know what I mean? Like, But if you go back to the videos, talking about the weight, when you go back to the videos, I was skinny like this before the baby. Don't play yourself, all right? You don't believe you deserve to be loved properly because society tells you that, oh, statistically, you're supposed to be a single woman. Oh, it's so many women and not enough men. And you keep believing all of these things, but you forgot you got a real God in the sky that's like, listen, you are VIP. I love you. You are mine. I have somebody in store for you. Check out the book. I have somebody in store for you. And if you don't read books, get on Audible. I just give them my money. Yeah, right? Take my money and I'm going to be better off of this. For $15, y'all be paying $300 and $400 and $1,000 for courses, but you don't want to pay $15 for the book that would have taught you even more than the course. But I'm just saying, I paid for a lot of courses. I'm just saying. She said, what's that book? The book is called The Man That God Has for You. His name is Stephen Lavoisier, right? So you don't believe you deserve to be loved properly because of past relationships, because people have treated you like crap and you feel like all men are going to treat you like crap. People have not, like, your needs were not met as in the childhood, so you feel like you're never going to get your needs met. Like, there's reasons why, like, if you really think about it, the reason why you settle for a person that you know you should have never been with in the first place is because you thought that you didn't deserve that better person. You thought that this is all you were going to get, so you held on to it for dear life. I got a coffee. I'm not going to squeeze that, but you held... Okay, this man, you held on to that thing for dear life, but oh, but he cheated on me. Oh, but he don't know how to talk to me. Oh, but he's disloyal. Oh, but he always listens to his mama and don't never listen, you know what I mean? And don't treat me right. Let it go. Find something that's brand new. Find something that will respect you. You ever see quirky people together? It's a quirky person for you. It's a nerdy person. If you're nerdy, it's another nerdy. That's what I love about marriage. Was it love at first sight? Married at first sight? When they met, the one where they got married and they didn't know each other. Was it they didn't know each other? Whatever. One of those shows is either Married at First Sight or Love at First Sight. I think it was Married at First Sight, right? And they ended up, the psychologist hooked them up. And I was like, yo, y'all just so nerdy together. I remember being in the breakup. I was like, yo, y'all gonna make me believe in love again. It was just so nerdy with each other. It was so funny. No knock to nerds, because I can be a nerd too. Talk about real estate. We gonna go in, right? So you don't believe that you deserve to be loved properly. So that's a lie that the enemy is telling you. So you need to tell yourself every day, I deserve love. Like, I deserve to be loved. And it was so deep about everything, y'all. My relationship with God, I was telling somebody about, I was like, you know how you like, see? I just love Jesus. See? Like my voice crack and everything, because I've been through so many things where God helped me. And I remember being in relationships and I was like, but wait, the light bulb went off. I was like, but wait, God loves me so deeply and so purely. There were sometimes like some mornings when you just hear from God and you're just intimate with God and he just pours all of his love on you. And I was just like, but why? Your love is just so pure. And then the other person is making me work for it. Oh, that's good. Okay, so I understand now something about myself. They make you work for it. They make you feel like you don't deserve love. Good morning. Hey, what's up, Elle? They make you feel like you don't deserve love. They make you work for it. Then it's like some of them early bad traumas, some of those early traumas make you feel later on that this is how it's supposed to be. And if you go deeper, you'll realize, which is my point number 3, why you can't find love. Number 3 is you have not healed or admitted childhood wounds. Sometimes we love our parents so much that we don't want to admit that some of the stuff was foul, or some of the stuff was wrong, or I was neglected, or I was not cared for properly, or there's a scene where I'm like, I had a leather jacket on all winter and nobody noticed. And then the dude's mom was like, baby, you're cold. And she bought me a coat. And I was just like, I get it, I'm working, but I didn't it took me all this time about his leather jacket, and the weather changed, and then this lady buying me a coat, you know what I mean? So the same lady ended up hating me. She was horrible, but when she was trying to buy my affection, that's what she did. And that's why I was like, well, why didn't anybody else? I just was so used to it. So, okay, another side note is that I was made aware that the wolves will come out and watch the video and then use everything against me. I don't care. I believe the man that God has for me is not going to need to use the information in my videos to come try to get me some kind of way or whatever, because I know the red flags when I see them. She said, okay. She said, on the situation right now, give all these love. Tell them how to love you, and they still can't love you right. To me, it's like, well, what is wrong with me for me to accept this for myself? That's what I would say to myself, because I've been there so many times where it was, sometimes you compare the last guy to the guy before, and they just do slightly better, but they didn't do, it's just like the worst situation was here. And so the next guy was here. So you're like, oh, you're doing way better than the last guy. But really your idea of what you want and need, just your needs, not even your wants, right? It's up here, and yet you settle for this one right here. She said, yes, what's wrong with me is often, I often question. I'm sorry to go like that with you, like, I say that to me, but I have an issue with being hard on myself too. So don't take that to be like, be hard on yourself. No, it's like, let me love and nurture myself back to the place where I won't even have to say what's wrong with me, is what's right with me. And now I do deserve love, because sometimes we don't think we deserve it because we are punishing ourselves for accepting bad situations, or we can't get ourselves out of situations. Sometimes it's like, all right, bet, like if it was neutral and I got myself into the situation, all right, I would be mad at me. But sometimes you're lured into the situation. Like some people are saying and doing things to trap you into being with them, and you go for the okie doke. Yesterday I talked about the sharks, and I'm like, why are y'all petting the sharks? And when they bite you, like, why did you bite me? That's on you. You knew he was a shark. You know they sharks. You knew there can be sharks. Maybe you're looking for a dolphin. I don't know. Right? So not just you, I ask myself this. Yes, absolutely. She says, starting to think is me and how I choose men. So if it's you and how you choose men, and we do on this show believe that there are a lot of good men out there, even though sometimes we are very tempted to say all men are dogs and all men are trash. We're not going to say that here, because all you're going to attract is a trashy dog into your life. So you can't even say that. So how can you say, like, God created a man for me, but he's trash? God created a man to love me, but he's a dog. No, that God created somebody that was amazing, that was made for you, but you have to believe that you deserve it, and that he that you deserve it, and that you're not going to be damaged, and you're not going to run him off. The same way God knows your desires, so does the devil. Absolutely. So the devil will bring a counterfeit, and you got to know yourself. The counterfeit comes right before the real thing. I remember. Oh, girl, I remember. I remember. Oh, girl, I was going through a hard breakup. That's how all of it goes together, and that's why you need time and you need to heal and all that stuff. Hard breakup, and it's like all the people was getting together with some, men, they can get with any woman like quick, and we were like, well, dang, I want somebody good, I want to be with somebody too. I was fasting and praying, girl. I was like, I was fasting, I was praying, I was off meat, I was reading the Bible, I was doing everything. I'm like, Lord, I'm gonna be spiritual. God was like, you ain't doing that for me, you're doing that for a man, right? He always tells me I'm better than you than 10 husbands, and he's right. So right before my last day, I'm on 89 days of fasting, y'all. Ooh. And let me tell you, I was so obedient. God was like, don't eat no meat tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And that was how I started this whole fast. And I was like, no meat. That was hard for me. I'm on no meat right now too. Maybe I am on a fast. I don't know. But this one is really about food. She said, you should link with Kevin. Oh, God. Don't get me started on that. Which Kevin? Oh, you got to tell me which Kevin. Tell me which Kevin. Good ones get away. Nope. Don't believe that. Don't believe the good ones get away. No. Wait. I'm not finished the story. The guy sat in front of me right before I had my last day. And I was going to tell my girlfriends, girl, I'm going to hook you up because, I was fasting and praying and God gave me a man and all of that stuff, right? Girl, let me tell you, this man, oh yeah, he could pray. Oh yeah, he could prophesy. Oh yeah, but he was the worst. The worst. Then I was like, okay, I'm telling them that I'm fasting, I'm praying. That's how you get your man, boo boo, right? But then I was like, when you look at the Bible, didn't Jesus fast for 40 days and the devil came before him? I was like, wait, Lord, what a revelation. Oh, she said, no, meat is easy. Yeah. It's look, I went a week without meat so far, and I ain't gonna say I miss it, but now I'm starting to, I don't know. I'm not going back to meat. I'm not going back to meat, but I'm going back to a tad bit of meat, okay? So I ain't gonna kill myself. All right, so, and then the whole house be hungry. I'm like, oh, y'all gonna make me cry. I gotta go get something for you. But yeah, I don't know where we stand. But we're gonna get some baby food on the vegetarian tip. We're gonna get some baby food so the baby can eat something, and then I can be vegetarian, and then the kids want to be vegetarian too. She said, easy for me, not for others. Yeah, everything's easy, right? Some people like, oh, I gotta have meat. Okay, let me get back to the topic because we're gonna talk about this another day. All right, so number 3 was you have not healed or admitted childhood wounds. Did you mean Kevin, oh Jesus. I like Kevin Hick. So the good Kevin, I call it the good Kevin and the evil Kevin. Wait, where's his name? Can you please put his name in the chat for me, please? Marquita, put his name in the, oh Jesus, I forgot his name. That's so good, because I was on him. Last year, I was on that man so heavy and hard, and I was listening to everything. That's why I'm in the gym, to be honest with you. And I was like, oh, it works, but it set me up to be with a narcissist, so, no. Kevin Samuel, there you go, Kevin Samuel. He got some good points, but he got some very toxic points, too. Okay? And if you talk to a man, and if you do one thing, I was telling my kids this, I say, if you talk to somebody, it's like damned if you do and damned if you don't. Do you work? Yes. And do you not want to work? Yes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, it's bad if you make money. It's bad if you don't make money. It's bad if you submissive. It's bad if you're not submissive. It's like, it's always bad. Like, if you ever met somebody like that, this man is a narcissist. So at first I was listening, I was taking it. I was like, oh yeah, we don't listen. And then I was like, I'm so glad I never did those Kevin Samuel like videos that I wanted to do. Like, Kevin Samuel is right. Y'all need to listen. But I learned a long time ago, this is network marketing tip. Chew the meat, spit the bone. There's going to be some things that's digestible. And there's going to be some things that's the bone and you throw it away. So take up the good things that he's saying. Like, yes, we need to get fit. Like, yes, we need to not talk back so much. Don't be a nag. Don't be some, you know what I mean? Certain things. You gotta be a little submissive, right? But don't not have a brain. You know what I mean? Like, guys don't want you to not have a brain. That's what they trying to say. They trying to, you know what I mean? You got to give it up and you got to do all this stuff. And I'm like, no, it got to be balanced. He's not balanced. Go, if you watching it, like, I had to, like, some days I had to, like, slow down because it was making me so negative. And I'm just like, this ain't right. But when I went to Kevin Hick, he'll tell you about, like, who else helped me? Ace Metaphor. So y'all check those people out. And they talk about healing. They talk about, well, he talks about a lot, Kevin Hick talks a lot about how men are and like 9 signs that he, this and that and the third. He said, Herb said, smart women are the best. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know, I consider myself a smart woman. She said, Ace is the best. Yes, I went to one of Ace's events. She said, I love all of them. Exactly. So take a slice of all of them and you will definitely make your own pie. All right, so number 4. Okay, so the childhood wounds, okay? Your mom and dad's great, but listen, there's some things they ain't do. There's some moments you had, and you need to heal from them. So go to something like Better Help. What's it called? BetterHelp.com or something like that. I think they said their counseling is $270. I'm about to start that therapy stuff. Ace is who I take advice from. He's in Pittsburgh and he got my soul. Yes, Ace is awesome. He's good. But Kev Hick right now, like he got some things too. I think it's because Ace is like on like his stuff is short and Kev has the she said BetterHelp is great. Okay, yeah, y'all go to BetterHelp, sign up. What's $270 divided by 4 is like $62 a week. So you $62 a week, you pay up front, you go get your therapy, and you start working out your issues. Guys, I got some other good stuff for y'all. So listen, don't go nowhere. Number 4, you are still hurt from your past relationships. And y'all can ask y'all questions now. You are still hurt from your past relationships. So the reason why you can't find love or you're supposed to be working on yourself. Oh, this is what I learned. Oh, girl. Ladies, take a pen. Women have to be and not do. That's like the biggest lesson of life. You have to be feminine, be open, be kind, be positive. Yo, when I tell y'all, I'm telling my friend, like, listen, some of us black women, we not that positive. We don't even speak to each other. Like, go around, say hi and smile. Like, I'm feeling it and I'm feeling some type of way. Like, listen, look, like I was in LA about to go there. I was like, she was like, you close? I was like, this lady don't know. It was about to go down. I was like, let me stop because I had a little fighter in me at that time. But it's just like, we need to be less aggressive and more kind. You know what I mean? And just be fine. Like, go be cute. Just be cute. That's what they want you to be. They want you to be cute. They want you to be calm. They don't want you to be anxious. They don't want you to be stressing. They don't want you to be hurt. They just want you to be happy. Happy wife, happy life just get a happy woman. Not be manipulative as a woman to make your man do whatever you want. No, just be peaceful. Be calm. Be yourself. So that was a bonus one. He said, smile, laugh. Go ahead, Herb. Keep giving it to us. We need that male energy. We need all the good male advice that we can, because sometimes men give it advice with an agenda. They don't want to say everything because they want to hold back the good information so that they can have the advantage. And I told y'all they were sharks. Now, if I'm your friend, and if I'm like that quiet, competitive friend, I'm not going to tell you all the good information. But if I'm cooperative and open, I'm going to tell you the good information. And that's kind of how you got to think of men. Like, I like you, but you holding on to some things. So maybe some women too. She said, yes, women empowerment, compliment and uplift each other. Put yourself in a woman's shoes and sometimes grow. So absolutely. So women empowerment. I lost the thought. So so I be listening to the guys when they talking and thinking and out loud and stuff. And so they be like sometimes I get like, oh, but you're pretty. You don't have to go through nothing. Like, you just have men eating out your hand. I'm like, no, that's the opposite. And then the other thought was a bad B, like she, like she is that confident. Like she could be on Instagram taking all these pictures. She could be all of that stuff. But every woman knows, like at the end of the day, we all go home and we gotta take the makeup off. We got some of y'all taking hair off, and some of y'all gotta unbraid some hair. You know what I'm saying? Or brush it and put it in whatever. And we all feel insecure about something. So when that man is going for the challenge and like, I'm going to take her down and this is going to be my challenge and all that stuff, he ends up, some of them just like, I know she's just a woman. So they sometimes they don't believe that we are just women and we're not perfect and all of these things. So when they see you on social media, they think that, oh, you're the ideal. And then it's like, oh, you got problems too and issues? Oh no, I wasn't in for that. I just want to have sex, right? So that's why it's just, we know that we all have some insecurities, okay? So I'm gonna move on. She said, I agree. Smile, be happy with you, and it will shine through. All right, so listen. Yeah, so your past hurts. I saw somebody say that they're not over the past relationships. So the book I would recommend, back to Stephen again, Love After Heartbreak. And he talks about, to be transparent, I'm not finished that book, but I'm working on that book. And you got to be careful with your ego, because your ego will tell you, I'm good enough, I'm cool, I worked on that, I know it, I don't need to work on that, I'm over him. But the second a good man come around, everything gonna start popping up again. So you really don't want to look stupid, y'all. So go ahead and do the work. Like, do you really want to be like, when y'all telling y'all stories 10 years from now, be like, yo, when I met you, yo, you were crazy. I'm laughing too hard. Ooh, girl, I'm just coming to the realization I may be crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm not crazy. Is she crazy? She said, child, because if I could write them story, it'd be a whole movie. She said, I think one of those stories I heard was Dorothy Dandridge said men were so intimidated by her beauty that never a person approached her. I so understand that, and I get that, because and I also got that men don't want to, they feel like they don't want to even approach people, like certain women. Okay, I'm not even gonna put myself in this. They don't want to approach certain women because she has a certain level of success and they don't have it. They don't want to approach a certain woman because she has a standard of beauty and they feel like they're intimidated. So they feel like they got to get themselves together. So they might not approach you. And so that's why I say only the bold apply, because I can't go over here and be like, hey, I like you. I'm not that girl. Like, I'm not her. But I do strike up conversations with strangers, and it's never like because I like you. It's just because I'm in business and I'm trying to handle my business. You always have to be open and getting new clients and all that stuff. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? So I'm not flirty and super. I got a friend though. She's extra flirty. I was like, girl, just go walk with you. You gonna give me all. Okay, I'm laughing too hard. Yes, some women say, she said personally. Okay, she never felt beautiful. There you go. See, and she was gorgeous, right? She never felt beautiful because like people think they fall in love with the outside of you, but you're not the outside, you're the inside. And if a man can't fall in love with you on the inside, they don't know you. So I got into this position where somebody did something to me, and I was just like, well, dang, this other person knows me, and they would never have said that about me or thought that about me. You get what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like you feel like that's why you go back to the people that are not good for you, because they know you, and you should stop going back. I'm just saying. If you want something better, he said, I agree that beautiful women, I always assume they're in a relationship. Oh, that was good, Irv. That's good. I'm not. I'm not in a relationship. No, we're not always in a relationship. No. But we will act, I don't want to say we will act like it, but, no. Mm-mm. Nope, we're not in a relationship. Some people can't differentiate between someone being nice and someone trying to talk to them. Not all men speak to try to get to know you. Someone will speak to you to sleep with you. No, I'm joking. No, that's the other thing. It's like you never want to play yourself like, oh, I know you want my number. You don't want to be doing that either. So it's just kind of like, okay, you're trying to be kind and nice and stuff like that. But sometimes the other burden is like you don't want to have the burden of always letting somebody down. Like it's just annoying. It's like I will block somebody I know that I don't want to talk to because I want to cut you off right quick. It's mean, but it's not. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like let's cut it right here, brother. Like it's not gonna work. I think that's some guy in jail. He was like, he said some dumb stuff like, "Are you a nurse?" I was like, first of all, no. I know you. He said something. He was just saying some stuff, and he said something like that was offensive. I was like, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. He's like, you don't have no friends. Like, don't hit me with the friends line because people think just because it's like you like if they say friends, you want to be friends with them. Like if I say I'm seeing somebody, I don't have friends. Like I don't have friends. So I cut all it out. And the friends line, I probably had to talk about that in another video. Like, y'all not getting me with the friends line. Talking about, you can't have friends? I say, nope, I can't have friends. And I could cut you off right there. Because I don't have to make that phone call like, listen, it's not going to work. It's not interested. And I don't be like the, let you call me and waste my time person. No. She said, some men generally want to say hello. And I am honest with me, especially in my inbox. Some people want to say hello. Girl, they not saying hello to say hello in the inbox. They trying to get, I don't know. She said, I have a dude comment on my post, me and fiance, saying you can do better. Like, dude, you don't even know men. Right, exactly. He said you can do better. Oh, gosh. Are y'all serious? No. He's crazy. Yeah, I used to get in trouble for men commenting on my posts. Thank God I ain't married, child. They used to get on my post and say dumb stuff, and then I have to hear somebody's mouth. So that's why you have to be secure so you could get somebody that is secure. Because I had somebody that was insecure, and I'm like, listen, it's a full-time job keeping your ego up. I ain't got time for it. All right, guys, I didn't even get into the thing that I was going to get into. But number 5, your attachment style may be holding you back. I'm going to go through this quickly. She said, remember men are shy too. I understand. But I can't do shy guy. Sorry. It's not possible. It's just not possible. If you're a shy guy, then come up with a softer approach. I'm shy too. You think I'm not going to get them to fix their credit or buy a house? I found another approach. So they got to get over their shyness. You better come and bump me or pass me a coffee or something. Like you can do stuff. You ain't got to be like, hey, you over there. You know what I mean? She said, me and him just, yeah, you should block him. He's a mess. So I want y'all to go look up these attachment styles on number 5. So there's a secure attachment style. I don't know if you guys know about attachment styles. Secure attachment style is, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown and I'm gonna let y'all go. All right, so basically this is how you relate to other people. So secure attachment style is like you cool, you open, you honest, and you give your partner freedom, so you're good, you don't got no issues. Now this other one, anxious preoccupied, this person believes in a fantasy. Like they love like they're clingy, they're insecure, they have low self-esteem. It's just like they just in la la land. So if you don't reaffirm them, then they're going to feel anxious about the situation all the time. You ever had somebody you always got to tell them, oh girl, you look good, you're pretty, girl, just and it's so sad because we beat up on ourselves in our minds. So I'm not gonna tell you which one I am, probably at the end. Number 3, dismissive avoidant. Okay, so anxious preoccupied is probably gonna be the women, but this probably gonna be the men. Dismissive avoidant. That is somebody that avoids intimacy. They extremely independent. They act like they don't need nobody. Like they just want to be to themselves. So you want something from them, they just walk away. They just feel like, I don't need no woman. I'm good on my own. Like they just don't want to be bothered. Okay. So they say that's the men. The last one is fearful avoidant. They get mad when they're too close or too distant, okay? They're overwhelmed by their emotion. So I feel like that person is going back and forth between the anxious one and the dismissive one. They're going back and forth like, oh, I don't want to be too close. And then I don't want to be too far. And they're just like, if you feel like your anxiety is bubbling up, this is why I say you got to go into counseling. Guys, when you understand, somebody said like every business is 10,000 nuances. When you understand the nuances of your mind and your relationships, we were not taught this in school. The reason why I'm committed to making videos for you guys is because we're not taught these things. We are not taught how to be in relationships. Sometimes try to act like something. You want something, very much something that you're not ready for, that you're not willing to work for, that you're not willing to earn. Okay? You got to do the work. If you want that great person, now don't do the work. You'll get some trashy, lower version of what you want. But if you do the work, you deserve. Well, I'm not saying you work, you deserve, but you are attracting that. And when you have it, so let's say you did the work, and when you finally attract that person that you want in your life, and when you have that, you're going to feel like you earn that spot. And therefore, you don't feel insecure, and you're going to lose that spot because you did the work. So when you don't do the work and you get the person, you'll get with a person that's secure and their attachment style, they're fine, and you look like the crazy one. Do you really want to look like the crazy one? Sometimes I'll be looking like the crazy one. I'm the teacher and the student. I am discovering my flaws and I'm fixing them. So what are you doing? So how to break down a submissive person? Dismissive person. I read that wrong. She said how to break down a dismissive person. Well, we're going to talk about that. I feel like, okay, so the question is how to break down a dismissive person. But my question is, which style are you? Because here's the thing. If you're anxious, you are clingy, and they are running away, that is a bad combination. You got to go to it's never with the other person. This is my opinion. It's never with the other person. You got to go to the secure attachment. Be that secure attached person. Like, I'm giving you your freedom. You want to run? Go ahead. That's you. I'm giving you your freedom. I'm giving you, whatever. You want space? Take your space, right? You may just have to let that person go if you're not married to them. But if you can control it, like, be secure in yourself, right? Be secure, and whatever is going on with them, they got to deal with it. It's going to be obvious because you're right. But if you're more, it's like the more you are clinging on to somebody, the more you're going to push them away. So you just need to leave them alone and give them their space. If that is what they need, then that's what they need. And when they're ready, they come back to you. You have to be willing to do that. I do that to a degree, but it's when I know where I stand. So that's where I had to work on myself, where it's like, when I don't know where I stand, then I can get anxious. You like, what's going on? I don't know. Like, I need air. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, because I can give space. I'm like, I'm not that person that's like calling you 6 times a day. That's never going to be me. I don't even want to call nobody. But if person desires more than the time that I'm willing to be okay with it, I'm going to think that person's not interested. And you do have to put some effort in when you're in a relationship, and it opens you up to being abused. So you don't want to not fix yourself, because you're going to open yourself to the abuse of other people. That's why it feels so bad when that person just needs their space. Imagine you always together with somebody and you never get space. Like, that's what it's like being that dismissive person. She said, so if you're not attached and they are dismissive, are they the clingy one in some way? What you mean not attached? So it's secure, or are you securely, right? Do you have a secure attachment? So if you have a secure attachment, then you're not really worried about if they're running away. You give them all the freedom that they need until they figure their stuff out. That's how I take it. So if you are, like, if you're saying secure, like, everybody has their own attachment, and then when you pair up, so go ahead and look it up on YouTube, look up all of these different ones. I'm gonna give it to you again: secure, anxious, preoccupied, dismissive avoidant, fearful avoidant. Okay, I am not a psychologist or psychiatrist, but I am looking into it because people need this information. And the reason why us, you know how we do, touching our, I can't do that right now, but the reason why we don't prosper is because what my people my people perish for the lack of knowledge. We need the knowledge. So if I point you in a direction and you go and get the information that you need and you start learning about that, now you got something to do. It's free. That's before the counseling session. So you need to identify which attachment style you are, and then you need to figure out, how do I get myself to the secure attachment style, because 3 of them are negative. The last 3 I said are negative. You got to get yourself to the place where you have a secure attachment, meaning you speak up in relationships. You allow the other person to have absolute freedom. You're open and equal in relationships, right? And then y'all two merge to have a stable ground. Y'all have stable ground to build a relationship on. I used to always wonder what the guys talking about. This, we want to build something. What we build? What we building? We're building our attachment. We're building the foundation of our relationship, our communication, how we talk to each other, how we treat one another, all that good stuff. They be knowing stuff, child. I'm just trying to catch up with them. Number 6, the reason why you can't find love, you don't have fun with yourself. You don't have fun. Like, you just need to chill. You need to have fun. You need to go out. Somebody, I was reading something and he was like, instead of you being depressed, you need to book the next 8 weekends and go somewhere every single weekend. I have been doing that. I went to the movies. I went out to some conference things, some dating thing. Went out, and then what I do, I started attracting new friends. I started attracting new people. It's like totally different, night and day. And so when you go out there and you make those connections, you find your people because you're actually trying. It's like God can see you trying, and then He gonna bless you. So guys, do y'all have questions? I want to hear your questions though. Lesson is over. Y'all can ask the questions y'all want to ask. So healing, like, y'all, do you feel like you're healed? Like, do you feel like you don't need no more? Like, girl, I'm ready for love, child. Somebody asked me yesterday, like, how do you prepare yourself for a relationship? And this is what you do. Just heal. We're not healed. We need to heal from our childhood traumas, man. We need to. You want to say, oh, I grew up, they love me and I love them. I would never disrespect my mom and my dad. Listen. I know for a fact that I've caused trauma to my own kids. For sure. Because of life circumstances, there's nothing I can do. So you need to go back and figure out what's up with you. He said communication is key. Communication is the key from real estate to marriage. Absolutely. You have to be able to communicate. Like, I feel like when people can talk, like, have you ever had them long, you've been in a relationship where you had them long, drawn out, 4 o'clock in the morning, y'all still talking it out kind of conversations? I'm willing to have those because I feel like that you do resolve some things. Because first of all, I hear your side, I hear from you, and I'm listening and I'm taking it in. Some people don't like to talk. So it's a blessing when you find somebody that can talk to you and communicate with you. What else I have for y'all? Who else? Mr. Let Go has a course on the attachment. I did buy that. I'm working through that too. So yeah, he said, love the conversation. All right, thank you, Liliana. If one person got something from this, then it's worth it. I want people to find peace and happiness and joy, okay? If more people got married, more people buy homes. And listen, y'all coming to me, I know, y'all know I sell real estate. Look, I got the Keller Williams shirt on today. Listening is a lost art form. I know. Listen, I was not a good listener. I like to interrupt and tell them what I think and all of that stuff. So I had to learn to listen. I literally put on somebody's name, like, listen. So I just had to, yeah, I worked on that. And I'm continuing to work on that. Anybody else? Men are shy too. Yes. Can you talk to the shy men? Tell them to come on, talk to me now. I'm joking. Serious. Mad serious, but joking. Yeah, smile, laugh. Oh gosh, I went to the thing. I'll go to the store or whatever, and I start laughing because I just be cracking up. Because I was like, yo, like my car, it was like all these leaves fell on my car. It was just like, I was like, yo, I must look crazy out in these streets, all these leaves on my car. And I just started laughing. The guy was like, she pretty and she laughing? Oh my God. Like, he almost broke his neck. It was so funny. So yeah, make sure y'all laugh. Have a good time. What else I got? Listen to hear, not just a comment. Yes, absolutely. I'm listening, see? I'm listening. Anything else, y'all? Love the conversation. So yeah, guys, pop in. If you're watching this on a replay, put in a topic that y'all want to hear from. I have many different. Oh, one thing I want to talk about. Well, I guess y'all just gonna have to see the topic. But send me your questions. Send me your topics. You can always DM me if you don't want everybody to know it's you. You can always DM me. We're gonna talk about these things, and hopefully you can share the video. Let people know what we talk about, because I think it's helpful, and hopefully you do. So y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us for Ruth and Relationships, y'all. I'm out. It's your favorite realtor, and y'all are my favorite too. Bye.